before we start with anything, I just want to go ahead and take this second to laugh at the Houston Rockets. Y'all some bums. I mean, good Lord Almighty, you bums.
Y'all thought y'all was safe.
UMS. I know that was Friday.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I thought y'all was
Miami.
safe.
I thought it was sure going to Game 7. Curry ain't score at all the first half. Dropped 33 on you guys in the second half. Oh, my God, bro. I forgot. I think we were at a bar or a club. Me and Fred went to Miami down for the weekend. I'll get into that soon. But, yeah, we were at this club, and, I was like, oh, the game should be over by now. I look at my score. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
Yo, they beat these dudes in Houston, Game 6. Everyone basically, had Houston winning that game and thinking it was going to Game 7 again.
Yeah.
But nah, Curry went wild in the second half, dropped 33 on him. And I was just like, bro, that's it. That's it. That forever tarnishes James Harden, Chris Paul's legacy for me. I mean, it was already tarnished for me. They were never going to amount to anything as far as thinking highly of them. But that for there, no one could ever make an argument for me. Chris Paul, or they could go on to win the next 3 or 4, but it's like you had 5-6 tries at this team. This is the best opportunity you got. You guys complained about Chris Paul getting hurt last year. You did all that crap with the audit, all that garbage. This is your chance. KD goes down, their best player. This is your chance to pounce on it, take the opportunity. And what do you guys do? You guys just collapse.
Tricked it.
And all these people that were saying, oh, James Harden is in shape this year. Nah, the same thing that happened the past 3 years, that's happened all of James Harden. James Harden pudgy. Let's just say it. I'm not one to body shame. James Harden pudgy. So is Eric Gordon. They got a bunch of thick dudes over there. They got some linebackers on that team.
That's facts.
And the way James Harden plays, I mean, it's been the same thing each season. Like dribbling 20 seconds on the shot clock every possession, and then throwing up a crazy shot, or like he's just exhausting himself. While Warriors over here, 3-4 bounces down the court, 2-3 passes, boom, that's it. No one's overexerting themselves.
Yeah. And
the Warriors practice conditioning so well. It shows because they've just been able to run. Even despite all the injuries and stuff they deal with, they're always running, always on pace. And so you can try to run with them, but a team like Houston, with all those guys that are thick, pudgy, you're not come fourth quarter, especially James Harden. The game, what was it, Game 5? The fact that he took one shot in the last 8 minutes and 30 seconds of the fourth quarter.
The one where KD went down.
Yeah, the one where KD goes down in the third quarter. At that point, Warriors, that's worst case scenario. In the back of your mind, you're like, ACL, go to everything.
I thought it was.
Everyone was freaking out.
I thought it was Achilles, bro.
Yeah, it just looked terrible.
Man,
KD goes down. This is your chance to pounce on that, take over. What do y'all do? Y'all collapse like a bunch of chumps. And everyone, Chris Paul, of course, decides to show up when it's too late. And I'm gonna need someone to come on here and make a valuable, reason why Chris Paul is considered a Hall of Famer. Legit. I know you could compare it to, oh, well, if this person's a Hall of Famer, then he should. But no. Solely off, what has he done? I understand he's a great point guard and all that, and, he has the numbers and stats, but it's I think, postseason achievements, all that, should play a big part in a player's, Hall of Fame status. It's okay. You could be putting up the numbers and stuff. He's had a long career. He's had a long career. He's played, on a decent level for a long time and all. But still, for it to never really pay off, for him to get to the conference final once last year with Houston, nah. Chris Paul is garbage.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him, mainly because obviously from a basketball perspective. I've talked about it before. He's proven to be, and again, I don't want to throw around the word dirty player, but he does dirty stuff, like on the court.
Yeah.
And to see him basically try to gain an advantage to the refs on both sides of the court, there's already that. But like I just looked up a list of players. I literally looked up best NBA players without rings. You got Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, John Stockton, Elgin Baylor. Like these are Patrick Ewing, Reggie Miller, Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, George Gervin, Dominique Wilkins. That's an insane list.
It's
and if you because right now he's still playing, so he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And I would like to hear a valid stat-based argument for. And look, the dude's had some incredible seasons, borderline triple-double seasons. He was always going to get you 20 and 10 as far as assists goes. But this is like that series hurt. That series hurt bad. And I wouldn't say I was doubting the Warriors per se, but Houston had everything that it needed at the tail end of Game 5 and the whole of Game 6 to win the game. But at halftime, when they put up Steph's stat line and they had him with 0 points and the game was tied, I remember thinking to myself, like I was almost in denial in favor of Houston. I was like, there's no way they're doing this again.
Yeah.
Like there's no way.
Man,
this is happening.
I could have watched that game.
Because in my head, I was like, James Harden's having a good game.
Yeah. Right.
So I'm like, okay, he hasn't done the disappearing act yet. Mm-hmm. So Houston's going to win the game. And sure enough, he takes 3 shots. I think it was 3 or 4 shots in the last 9 minutes of the game.
Yeah, 3 shots in the last 9. It's wild. It's garbage.
I don't know. You and I were texted in Houston.
Yeah.
Elimination game. So I think it hurts.
I legit texted you. Yeah, because I was in Miami and I looked at that junk and let me pull up what I texted you because I was shocked. I was laughing. I was in the middle of this club. Everybody looking at me like, hell's going on? I was like, I went up to Fred. I was like, bro, these bums just lost.
They done tricked it again.
Yep.
The level of hatred, oh my gosh. The level of hatred is going to be at an all-time high. Could you imagine losing to the same team in the playoffs 4 out of 5 years?
Bro, that's tragic. That's so tragic. But, that's all the time we're going to spend and give them time. They out of our lives. Thank God. And that was one of those things where people have gotten to the point where they've grown sick of the Warriors. But everybody, every true basketball fan was just like, thank God you got Houston out of our lives.
Everybody outside the city of Houston was through.
You know how, I'm telling you, I listened to ESPN, Dan Le Batard, all those guys, and it was just all like, Bomani Jones even was just like, thank God they're out of our lives. Like, everyone wants the Warriors to be defeated. They've been running things for a while. It makes sense and all, but it was just like, we don't want this formula thing you call basketball to be the one to do it because it's just everything that's wrong with the sport. The way you guys have been going about it, and it's like you can't reward something like that. Something like that can't come out on top because if other teams start playing that same way, it's just completely.
It needs it. I'm glad that they were able to pull out that victory because it is a deterrent.
Yeah,
and you even saw,
and it shows like you guys tried this the past 2-3 years. It's not working. Try something else. But their issue is they're stuck with that and the cap space, the money between the money they gave Harden, Chris Paul, which I mean that's gonna go up to $40 million a year. And he's turning 35.
Chris Paul, yeah.
Ugh, that is disgusting. With his injury history,
I wrote it down real quick. Between 6 players, they have $125 million.
Yeah.
Dedicated. And what's worse, what makes it even worse, is outside of 7 players, the rest of their active roster is due to be free agents after this year. Yeah. No Shump, no Green, no Freed, no House, no Rivers.
Yeah.
That's $125 million without those 5 guys.
That's tragic.
So you say
yeah,
they're out of our
hurting.
lives. They might be out of our lives for a while. So
thank God. Hopefully, bro.
Anyway, I at this point I kind of feel bad for D'Antoni because
hell no.
My man has this game plan.
No, listen. Screw
and then it
Mike
just
D'Antoni.
goes out the window at the end of games.
Mike D'Antoni has no game plan. The last 2 seasons, I've yet to see this man coach. Literally, Game 7 last year, your team missed 27 threes in a row. Bro, by the 12, maybe, you call timeout. Hey, guys, threes aren't working. Let's try and
Is there somebody on my bench that would like to hit a shot?
Yeah, like, yo, pep talk time. This ain't working.
Oh.
Let's regroup. Try something else. Maybe not shoot the threes. But the threes is all we know. Yeah, and it ain't working. Bro, D'Antoni don't do no coaching. I'm telling you, D'Antoni just sit there.
That's right. He was coach of the Lakers for
yes.
forever.
Yes,
he did coach for the Lakers for a little bit.
And it was the same thing with the Lakers. You just sitting over there. What? He's supposed to be an offensive genius or defensive?
Yeah, he's the guy that remember that he coached the Suns when they were giving LA problems when Nash and Stoudemire were running up the score and people averaging like 126 points a game.
Yeah, that's an outlier.
That
has been proven to be an outlier.
Which was weird because fast forward to this and they've got 2 dudes basically dribbling the clock out and you're like, wait, I thought we were supposed to get a shot within the first 10 seconds of the
this one is nothing prolific. This isn't like the triangle offense or anything. This is, hey, we're going to shoot as many shots. Yeah. And threes are worth more than 2, so hopefully we make them.
Yeah, or set me a screen until I get the matchup I want.
Yeah, but that's going to only go so far, and when your guys aren't hitting, it's going to be a problem.
That's rough.
And
it's rough.
Players get exhausted and all, but that's all I need to get on that. Miami. Good Lord, man. I love Miami. Miami is great because Miami is literally like just it's like a mixed breed of just everyone from around the world, and it's so cool. It's so cool.
I'm telling you, I love port cities,
dude.
They're always the most diverse and they're always the most lit.
And like because we've been to Miami, but it's always just to go on a cruise and stuff. And so this is the first time I've actually like spent time in Miami, and it's so dope because literally everywhere is just a bunch of Europeans, people from all over the world, and it's super friendly. We're having them talking. Like I remember, there's like this free trolley that goes up and down Miami Beach. So we were staying kind of northern Miami Beach, and then both days we hung out mostly in South Beach. So we take the trolley down to South Beach and back up, and like on our ride back up from South Beach, like on our one trolley ride. Met a dude from Czech Republic, one dude from Italy, him and his girlfriend, and then met another dude, from like, I forgot where, but it was like 3-4 different people and just having different conversations with them. Met this one cool girl from like Barcelona, talking soccer with her and stuff like. It was super sick, and it was just dope. It was a dope area, and I mean, it's freaking Miami.
I will, and obviously Miami's a different animal. I mean, all of them are kind of just their own thing. But I've said this probably a dozen times when it comes to travel. Like, cause I haven't been everywhere. I've been enough places in the United States to be like, yo, these are my favorite areas of the country. Yeah, port cities, bro, are always the most dope because you get, and there's just a trickle down effect when you get multiple cultures. Number one, they're hubs for travel. Yeah, they're hubs for people coming into the country and like staying. But the food is impacted, the music is impacted, even just economy in general, like the way buying stuff is. Oh, yeah. It's just everything from the top down, and obviously the beach. Your boy ever. But Miami is different. It's like this weird. And it's crazy because you be in Miami and you forget it's an American city.
Oh yeah, it legit feels like an international.
You're like, oh yeah, I'm in Florida.
Yeah, you think, nah, I'm like in Europe right now. Yeah, it's crazy.
Or I'm on some island off the coast of Cuba.
Like our hotel had this little pool in it and whatever. Usually we're coming back to the hotel and you just see these dudes over here in some Speedos and stuff, and you just like, oh yeah, this is Miami. Yeah. It is Miami, yeah. And it's also, cool because, I mean, you got all the people that live in Miami that work on cruise ships and stuff like that also. Or that, there's always those boats porting, and so you got all those people exploring and stuff. You got a bunch of international. What's the word? The students, the people, study abroad students.
Yeah,
you got a bunch of study abroad students. So you just get a whole wide variety of people, and it was dope. It was a lot of fun. One thing I'll say, this was pretty dumb. So me and Fred drove down. It was God, bro. So
Let's ask you about that. I'll ask you about that drive.
We left Thursday night. We drove like 5 hours to Georgia, and like we crashed at his grandparents' house for like an hour and a half.
Okay.
Got back on the road, and then we were basically driving to Orlando because it was kind of along the way to get to Miami, and we had to pick up his friend who lives in Miami or Orlando, and then we went to Miami. But good Lord, it was basically like you combine our drive there and back, and it was like a day's worth, and we were only in Miami for 2 days. So it was just like next time, one, we're staying for longer, and two, like we're flying.
Yeah.
But Saturday night was wild. Saturday night, so we went out. Fred ended up drinking too much, and like we were some of the other people that we came with, and then we met some other people. I lose Fred and his friend. They basically, Fred loses his phone at some point. He was like feeling sick, so we're going back to the hotel. I guess he lost his phone in the Uber or whatever.
Oh God,
I don't know. It was wild. So fast forward, we wake up in the morning. And like by the time I'd gone to sleep Saturday, it was like 6 8. It was gross. I was
the sun was coming up, boy.
Bro,
sunlight was coming through the windows.
I'm telling you, nothing's worse than when the sunlight's going up and you're about to go to bed, and you just. I've had that happen a couple times.
Because a healthy 6 hours of sleep is lunchtime, fam.
Yep. I've had that happen a couple times, and I just feel so disgusted by myself. I'm just like, I'm so disappointed in you. I am so disappointed in you. But yeah, 6 a.m., sun is rising up. Me and his other friend are going to sleep. Fred and the fourth person that was with us already are asleep. So we get in the room. We fall asleep. Fred and the other friend wake up, and they basically go, like, hit up the Uber driver trying to find Fred's phone. So they go up to dude's house because they contact Uber. Uber gives them, like, his phone number, all that. They go to dude's house.
Yeah.
Dude's not answering. Nothing.
Awesome.
Fred sees his phone inside dude's car, and like nobody's there and stuff. He was like, dude, I got so close to just breaking his window. I'm like, look, man,
that could have gotten out of hand real fast. Yeah.
Look, it would have been cheaper to buy a new phone at that point. Let's just say that.
Right.
And no jail time, but.
Right.
So basically, I think they were there for like 30 minutes. Dude wasn't answering, nothing. So it was like, screw it. They came back. So we had to check out at 11 a.m. We check out. We grab lunch, and then we start driving towards Orlando. So I'm driving. So an hour and a half into driving to Orlando, this Uber driver calls us. It's like, oh, yeah. No, yeah, I got his phone. Yeah, I'm at the house. Come get it. And I was sitting there. I was driving. I look in the rearview mirror, and I was like, if it was my phone, I'd want to go back. So I was like, all right, dog. All right, sit tight. We coming back. So an hour and a half into going to Orlando, had to turn the car back around, drive back to Miami, deep Miami, get the phone, then get back to Orlando. Bro, I was so we were both heated, and Fred was like pissed off early on, but then once he got his phone, he was good and stuff. But I was just like, man, like we should have made this dude pay his gas money or something. Or like I was ready to interrogate him. I was like, so, sir, why did you not answer your phone at all? Like between this time and this time. Also, it's like if I'm an Uber driver and I notice someone left their phone, like.
I'm calling.
I'm
going through the list.
Immediately, I'm like, no, let me work. Make sure you get this back. And like that way, because essentially it falls back on you. You got to make sure you connect with them. And you just want to avoid any terrible thing that could happen with Uber and all that. But yeah, long story short, Miami's hella fun. Miami's super dope. The people are awesome. But if you're going to go there, fly. Unless you're like if it's 10 or more hours, nope.
Telling you,
Fly.
we drove the first time. Second time,
Yeah.
I told Kara, I said, "Hey, I got a surprise for you." She said, "What?" I bought tickets to fly to Miami. She was so so freaking happy.
Yep.
I said, "Yeah."
Nah, we're going on this cruise in January. It's
Right.
leaving Fort Lauderdale, and that's like an hour. I think that's about 10-hour drive or whatever, but most likely flying.
Mm-hmm.
Most likely, like driving is not bad if you break it up. And stuff. And that's like if you're like, hey, we'll drive halfway to Georgia, spend a day in Georgia or whatever, and then do the rest. It's like a straight. But every time I've done it, it's basically like knocking most of it out right away, and it's you just. I hate
the funny part
after.
about Florida too is it only takes about 5 hours to get there. Another 5 to get down to Miami.
No, Florida. No, it's stupid. Yeah, it takes about like 5 or 6 hours to get to Florida. And then all of Florida is like 8 hours from the top to the bottom. It's so dumb. Florida is stupid big.
Yeah.
Florida is so big,
Yeah.
and it's just a straight line. And that's part of, and like, once you hit Miami, Jesus.
You don't.
They are
bruh.
insane drivers. One, like, if you want to see the epitome of just like, go outside and you'll see every nice car possible, go to Miami. Like, LA, you got to be in certain spots or whatever. As soon as you step in Miami, you got Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bentleys, all of it. All of it, you're going to see it. And then the other thing is, like, as soon as you hit like that Fort Lauderdale, or even before that, like the Hollywood area, Boca Raton, like, speed limit 70. Minimum people are doing is 90.
Yeah. Flow of traffic,
Minimum,
90.
Bro. I was over there. We were like zooming, and Fred, a crazy driver. Fred drive fast as hell. Even then, people were just still passing us left and right. It's terrifying. It is terrifying. These dudes have no care for life.
Gosh.
And it might just be the cocaine because it is
It
Miami.
might.
So
shout out to Miami. Much
Miami.
respect.
Yep.
Miami.
So me and Fred were low key like, yo, we kind of want to move to Miami. It would just be fun to live there. I feel like for a couple years and just like, it'd be dope. It'd be dope.
I'd want to live right outside the city,
yeah,
so I could get in.
Yeah,
whenever
get
I
in,
want.
get out.
Yeah.
It'd be cool, like work in the city and then live right on the outskirts.
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
No, that would be cold.
That'd
I
be
would
dope.
love it.
That'd be dope. But it's a beautiful area. It's a dope area. And like if I lived in Miami, I was telling this to Fred. I was like, my cruise budget would be absurd. I'd be going to a cruise every other month because the biggest thing of cruises is just the travel, like to get to the actual Miami.
And that's
stuff.
exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you got that part knocked out, bro. I'll just go on 3-day cruises all the
time.
Like literally,
see, we on the same page.
Weekend cruise, like
I'm out.
I'm set.
Oh, don't let Monday be a holiday.
Oh, bro, it's a wrap.
I'm gone.
Yep, take Friday off. That's a yep.
Yeah,
nice
especially in the off season. Especially in the off season.
Yep.
And you probably get some deals too, like them late joints. They didn't even fill up all the
Oh
cabins.
yeah.
Oh boy,
dude, I would be snagging those.
We moved to Miami, guys.
Oh shoot.
You catch us out there.
Legit. Me and Fred were talking about it. We were like, bro,
that's the problem. The more you talk about it, the more it's like.
No, it was legit. We got real. Like every day got more and more. Even as we were driving back, we were like, this is what we could do.
Yes.
And the funny thing was because as we were walking down, like. All of the strip from like North Miami Beach all the way down to South Beach, it's like every place is hiring and all. And I was just like, bro, like, cause right now I've been bartending for a while and stuff like that, and it's just like, dude, we could come down here and bartend and we would make bank.
Oh my gosh,
we'd make bank.
I feel like there is some tourism ish. That like pumps into not ish. There's a ton of tourism money that pumps in. Like there's a ton of money. But I feel like bartending you can make money year round with no worries.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You just be making money, and then in certain seasons you be making a lot of money.
Yeah, aka like summer, and also that's like this past weekend,
summer, spring break.
So the weekend we were there, it was Rolling Loud was going on, the music festival.
Right.
that was wild. Like, I think we were originally planning to go to that, and then I ended up doing something in the water, so I was like, I did Dreamville and something in the water in the same month, and I was like, that's good enough for me as far as music festivals. But after that, so Rolling Loud was going on at the same time, and like a lot of the places had stupid charges and like cover charges and all.
Yeah.
But the other thing that when like something like Rolling Loud's going on, like that's business. That is business. Yeah. I mean, that's how it was when we were in Virginia Beach with that music festival. Everyone was just like, we went to this club Thursday night. There was like no charge. The next night it was like $10-$20. It was just like, y'all banking, and that's the thing. People come for a good time, so it's like,
right,
screw it.
We'll nobody just worried about $10. Yeah, we're there for the weekend, or we're there for the week, or whatever.
Yeah, so it's wild. Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna take a quick pause.
Yeah.
All right, we are back. Bro, hell is going on with Game of Thrones? You watch it. I don't watch it. And I'm the type. I probably would hate me, but I'm the type of person. It's just like, if I don't get on a show early on, and a lot of people start telling me to watch it or how good it is, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm okay. I'll wait it out. And especially if it doesn't intrigue me on like from the outskirts, then I'm like, yeah, it's no biggie. I'll wait it out. Because there's like some shows where like with Ozark, that was a lot of like people liked early. It was like, dude, you should check it out. It's like Breaking Bad. I checked it out and I immediately loved it. But like the two main shows I've had that happen with is Stranger Things and Game of Thrones. I've not watched either one of those, and I'll probably eventually get around to it. Stranger Things, it became a phenomenon so quick, and I was just like, I'm not feeling it. But Game of Thrones also, where it's just like, oh, each episode's a movie, blah blah blah, all this stuff. And I mean, by the time I actually even really started paying attention to the hype, it was like 3-4 seasons in. And at that point I was just like, nah, it's not worth it. Because that was the same with Breaking Bad. I didn't start watching Breaking Bad early. I started watching it kind of when it was on its last season, so it was cool. I got to basically finish it up as it was finishing up on TVs, and I loved Breaking Bad. But I mean, this was the last season of Game of Thrones. I think it had 5 episodes. There's one more episode this Sunday, right?
That's correct.
One more episode this Sunday. And it just seems like, because I follow Rotten Tomatoes on Twitter, and each week, like, the ratings just decline. And yesterday, it was, like, the lowest I think it's ever had. It shows 49. And you watch it. Hell is going on.
So what I'm gonna avoid with this, because I think I've read a lot of critique, Twitter and outside of Twitter. Twitter's not always the best place to go, but if you want to kind of get a little bit of the temperature, Twitter is kind of where it's at. What I want to avoid is avoid overthinking, because what a lot of cats do with movies, I find this with music, movies, and TV a lot. Cats like to pretend like they could do a better job, and they have no idea what it takes to produce like content at this high level. Yeah. That being said, like short answer, what the heck is going on? There's 6 episodes in what should be a 10 episode season. I wasn't really all that. I had kind of resigned to that fact.
Yeah.
After the second or third episode, until I found out that HBO told the creators of the show that they could have as many episodes as they want.
Yeah, I remember reading that somewhere. Where it was like, because it's been a hit for HBO, so HBO's just like, take our money, like whatever you need, you got it. Yeah. But the writers were just like, all we need is 5 or 6.
They declined. Now there are a couple of different reasons that in the past few days people have been like, oh, okay, this is why. What that does not change is that they took, and I can tell you this without a doubt, top 3 television show all time as of the end of season 7.
Yeah. Is this season 8 it's on?
I'm at the place right now, and this is somebody who watches this show religiously, and not just because I was invested, but because it was freaking good. I am almost at the place right now, and I'll find out in a few days on Sunday, that if people ask me, is it worth watching?
Yeah.
Depending on how this episode ends, 7 great seasons will not make up for how they ended the story.
Yeah.
And it's not so much that it's like bad in the, like if somebody were to tell you, like give you a summary of the first 7 seasons, you were to watch season 8, honestly, I don't even think people would be that upset.
Yeah.
You watch 7 years worth of Game of Thrones, and then you watch this, and you go, I didn't go to like film school, but I can give you 3. Yeah, I can give you 3 things that would have drastic. Like I'm kind of in that place now where I'm like, yo, I didn't go to school for this, but they basically teach you not to do this in creative writing in the 9th grade. Like, like this is the kind of stuff that they're doing, and it's one of those things that it sucks because all, if not the vast majority of the problems with this season can be fixed. Like not even change anything really.
It just seemed like they got sloppy with this last.
They got sloppy. Well,
they
got
rushed.
rushed.
Yeah,
they got rushed, and that's what happens. You do these like very specific, these you have these moments in the show where you're like, yo, this is gonna mean something later.
Yeah.
But then when you watch, especially in this season, you get to like episode 2 and 3, and you're like, dang, that's gonna matter.
Yeah.
Then you realize you're on episode 5 and there's only 1 episode left.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, they just do that by the wayside.
Yeah.
Like, that's just we're never gonna
try to cram as much into the slides.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, they took what I firmly believe is a top 3 show of all time. And if anybody asks me, depending on after Sunday, I'll have some time before the time we record this to after Sunday.
Yeah.
But if people ask, I'm at the place right now that depending on how the end of Sunday goes, I'll be like, don't even bother.
Yeah.
Because they absolutely, it's a show that you want to know the ending of. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna watch 7 seasons and then dip out. Like, you want to know what happens. It's on track right now to completely not invalidate, completely throw by the wayside 7 years worth of work that they've done. Well, really more, because it's 9 years worth of work that they've done.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
And it's going to be interesting because essentially, like, this is ending, but they're going to next work on developing, like, on a prequel of Game of Thrones. But, like, if you're ending off, if you've already bombed this last season, but especially if you bomb this last episode, like, good luck. Like, you're going to get people still watching whatever you end up doing next, but it's just, like, it's not going to be that same. I think you're going to have so many disappointed fans. Legit, I think a lot of fans haven't already dropped it because it's one of those, I've come this far, it's like going to write it out. But I think a lot of people will be so done with just the series after it. Like, what a disappointment. If you try to do anything, prequel, sequel, whatever, it's going to be hard to gain that traction behind it.
Right. And apparently this prequel is supposed to be set like thousands of years before the current Game of Thrones or whatever. Yeah. And again, it's kind of like what X-Men did. X-Men put out a bunch of movies that got progressively worse as time went on, and they put out a movie called Days of Future Past that literally, I kid you not, uses time travel to fix every stupid mistake that they made about the film franchise. Like, if you want to do that, that's fine. Doesn't change the fact that you wasted 8 years of good television. Mm-hmm. It's still entertaining, and it sucks because what's crazy, like, the sound people, second to none. The set people, second to none. Costumes and makeup, second. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
Just the editing
in movies, let alone on TV. The editing, second to none. The actors and actresses I've watched them go from this show, because again, it's been like 8-9 years.
Yeah,
I've watched them go from this show to go other stuff.
Yeah,
and kill it. It's like, to me, I feel bad for all of them, because they're like, and you can tell too. You watch interviews, it's fascinating. You watch interviews and you can tell these cats. They were like, yeah, we could have done more. We could have done. This was too good for it to be ending up like this. So yeah, it's super disappointing. But apparently the creators of Game of Thrones are being given the reins to the next 3 Star Wars films. So that made me feel like,
That's
oh,
interesting.
okay, so y'all know this was coming. Y'all were negotiating this joint.
Yeah.
That's why you didn't want to. You knew way back when you started filming this season that you wanted to have it done in a certain span of time.
So you could get start going on.
God, it's so like it sucks so bad. Like at this point, it's funny because it's kind of like the wounds are still fresh. But when I found out they had the next 3 Star Wars movies, I was like, bro, I don't even want you handling that.
Yeah.
What do you go?
You haven't proven.
Yeah,
Like,
you go. What you gonna make 2 good movies and have the last one be trash?
exactly, because it's like essentially,
That's how I feel.
you got this new project, so you're just like, it's like half-assing the rest of this, so you could
They
get
really
going on the
did,
next
bro.
thing. Yeah.
They really did. And again, I don't know what they're gonna do Sunday. I'm not a genius. I don't know what's coming. I'm not I'm not a clairvoyant. So they may do something that redeems a lot of what they did.
Yeah.
But again, if it continues to go on a trajectory, people are gonna ask, hey, is it worth it? And worth it is what comes at the end.
Yeah.
And right now, the end is a ridiculous mistreatment of what has come before it. For the team that's worked on this show, to the actors, everybody, and HBO. HBO has to be hot. They better be glad that Watchmen is coming.
Oh, HBO's heated.
HBO has got to be hot, and
They are heated.
Watchmen's gonna be that thing that they really hope is like, yo, we hope that people just go to this. Which, by the way, I'm not gonna talk about that a ton because I don't know a ton about it. That looks dope as can be, and it's gonna be the.
Is it basically the remake of the movie?
That's the best part. So basically, the movie's based on the graphic novel.
Because the movie was underrated. The
Yeah,
movie
way
was
underrated.
way ahead of its time.
Oh wait, the book, the whole
Like if
graphic
the movie
novel,
would
the
have
whole
came out
idea of it.
now, it would have been
Oh
insane.
yeah, it would be labeled what Watchmen did not get labeled until 10 years after, a masterpiece.
Yeah.
It's actually a sequel to the graphic novel, which the movie is based on.
Okay.
I would recommend going and reading the graphic novel. It's not long.
Yeah.
It's worth it. I like novels.
Yeah.
I wasn't a comic book kid growing up. I actually didn't even get the comic books until I was in college. I'm more of like Lord of the Rings, Chronicles of Narnia, like Tom Clancy. Like I read, and it was funny because I had a stigma on it for the longest time. I'm like, bro, I don't read books with pictures in them. And then comic books started getting really, really good. I will say this: I picked up The Watchmen, one of the best stories ever, one of the most interesting, unique stories ever. It doesn't feel like a superhero story.
No, it's dope.
Yeah, but
It's
the
super dope.
but the show is a direct follow up to the graphic novel, and it looks absolutely fascinating. And it doesn't belong anywhere but on HBO.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's with them. But yeah, they complete mistreatment of HBO's one of HBO's, if not HBO's biggest property. All because something new and shiny came along. So, anyway, that is all I will say about Game of Thrones.
And I mean, it started getting me to think also because like, it's just I started thinking through some of the shows and like, what are shows that actually ended like well?
It's rare. It's rarer than people think.
Yeah.
It's much rarer than people think.
I remember a couple of weeks ago when you and Kara were talking about like how New Girl ended. Like I was pissed the way it ended because it just kind of like, oh, that was it.
Yep.
That's done.
Most
like,
people don't know how to do that.
Yeah, and I think part of it is these big time shows don't know how to, like, they don't know right time to quit. Like, because like Game of Thrones, it seemed like it was perfect, but they needed 5 more episodes, which HBO was offering them. And so, but other shows, like a lot of people I know are huge, like, what is it? Lost. A lot of people love Lost. A lot of people, it's like,
and the ending of that show was controversial.
Yeah, the highly coveted show.
Yeah,
and I know a lot of people that had it's like watch up until this season, like the last whatever season or whatever is garbage. I know even people that felt that way about The Office. The Office I've seen it so many times that it really doesn't bother me as much.
Yeah,
but like.
Yeah, when it happened.
I could see why some people say that and stuff. And like, if you truly are a fan, like I think it's hilarious no matter what. And even after my Steve Carell went, I still think they had just good comedy. As long as you have Dwight there and the the relationship between Jim and Pam, I think you're going to be able to keep audience engaged, and they were able to do that, and it got good. It was still good for me. It wasn't the best it had to be, but even that show, it seemed like maybe it ran a season too long.
Yeah. When you're making money, I think it can be hard to go, okay, maybe we should stop.
Yeah.
That's so I'm watching this show right now, and I actually have to look up when it comes back. I'm watching this show called Suits, and it is in its 8th or 9th season. And it's crazy because every season that comes along, I go, dang, the next one's got to be the last one. Because I watch enough TV to go, if this goes on for too long, we're going to get a really bad season.
Yeah.
We're going to get a really bad season. What was cool is because I've read a lot of Aaron Korsh is the creator of the show, and he does a ton of writing on the show. What's cool is 6 seasons in, it could have ended at season 6.
Yeah.
And one of the things that he had said was, when we started this thing from before we ever really started filming episode 1, I knew eventually this big event had to happen. We were always going to get to this point. And I feel like a lot of cats in TV, they completely missed that, is actually knowing from episode 1 that no matter what happens in the in-between, we're eventually going to get to this moment.
Yeah.
And what sucks about the Game of Thrones thing is that it's based on books, and at a certain point in the show, they get chronologically past where the books are. Yeah. So where they are now, quote unquote, in the books, not only is a bunch of that stuff different, but that stuff hasn't even been written yet. Literally. So once they passed it, the guy who wrote the books was kind of all right, well, I'm going to go focus on my book. Yeah. And the creators of the show were all right, well, we're going to do whatever we want with it. And it was just, when you don't know where you're going, and it's rare. Most often, and you probably can attest to this, I'm trying to think of shows that got cut off too early, and you're like, dang, we only got 2 seasons of that. I wish we'd have gotten more. I feel like shows get cut off early.
That's how I feel about
they go way too long.
Friends from College on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen that. It's got Keegan-Michael Key.
That's on my queue, bro.
And that got canceled off a huge cliffhanger, and it had me tight. I was and it's not like the best show ever. It's like a modern day sitcom without the laugh track and all that crap. But it's one of those you throw it on, watch. You're not it's one of those. It's like The Office type where you can watch it. You can maybe miss a couple seconds or whatever, but you're not missing anything prior. You could have it going on in the background. It's just a good, entertaining show, and I thought it was funny. I think Keegan-Michael Key was funny, and they had a good cast, but just the way it dropped, they ended it after season 2, and it's just what the frick are y'all doing?
What? So I watched this show with Kara. It's called Dead to Me. Yeah. New on Netflix. First of all, watch that junk. It's
what's that about?
Super underrated. So okay, yeah.
Is that the one?
Spoiler free. Is it Christina Applegate? Not Christina Applegate. It's an old girl from it's actually a Will Ferrell project, which is wild. Yeah. Which is wild. Basically, woman A is in car with guy A. While they're in the car and they're driving at night, they hit a guy. He dies. Ooh. They take off. Ooh. The woman who was driving the car befriends the wife of the guy she killed, and they become best friends.
And she doesn't know that.
Right.
Gotcha.
And the show is completely surrounding their relationship. It deals a lot with trauma, death, dealing with that, but also she's keeping the secret, and while simultaneously dealing with the fact that she's responsible for this
what
thing.
Happened. Yeah.
Right. With the dilemma of becoming closer and closer with the main character, and it's fascinating, and the way that ends, it ends. The season ends, and I'm going, we need 2 seasons of this. Yeah. Give me one more season.
That's it.
Resolve the cliffhanger that you gave us, which was really, really, really good, and then be done. Don't overplay. Yes, you don't. Yeah. Whereas again, there are 2-season shows where like it's over and you're like, no, we can't end it like this. You got to give us something else. Like, you got to give us something else. But yeah, I do feel like that a lot. Like, there are shows that either end way too early or they last a little bit too long. Again, watching, I'm about to find out with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just dropped their new season last week. They started their new season last week. I'm gonna watch a couple episodes in that. We're about to find out real quick if that lasts, because I feel like because their stuff is not tied to, but it takes place in the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
that show, the last season of the show ended right before Infinity War came out, so that was kind of one of those things where it's like, oh shoot, like, what do we do next? Like, where do we send this character?
Yeah.
All that stuff. Like, how do we do a show, take a break, and while we were taking a break, having the universe disappeared, like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Because in the movie, they jump forward 5 years. So, but yeah, now TV shows I'm looking forward to Watchmen. Recommendations include watch Dead to Me if y'all can. I just picked up Designated Survivors. Designated Survivors on my TV right now.
Yeah.
Bruh, you know what's coming. Black Mirror is coming.
Mirror, yeah, I got hype.
It's stacked. It's so stacked.
What the frick is going on with my throat right now? But yeah, no. I saw that. Yeah, they had Miley Cyrus and a bunch of other big names in it. But I'm super excited. I love Black Mirror. I remember when first getting introduced to it, and just off the first episode from season 1, you're just like, yo, what the frick? And it's great because the rest of the episodes are nothing similar to the rest of the episodes are nothing similar to the first episode ever of it.
Yeah.
And so it's a great show, and yeah, I'm excited. The movie, they did that multi-choice movie, which I remember it came out New Year's. I remember it came out while we were in Atlanta.
I still haven't done that.
It is frustrating.
Bandersnatch?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like, it's okay. It's good. It's okay. It's nothing amazing or anything like that. But it's like, it definitely, I remember watching it the first time we were in Atlanta, and we sat, I think it's like for 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours there watching it, going just, when does this end?
Yeah.
When does this end? But it was definitely, the concept of it, I think, is cool, and I think that was, for that being its first test run, it wasn't terrible. It'll be interesting to see more movies, more movies that eventually play with that.
Yeah.
It
seems they they doubled down on the technology stuff in a big way in this one. Anthony Mackie, Miley Cyrus. I mean, it was crazy because it was stacked, actors and actresses wise, before, and it was crazy because they did it up again. They got so many great actors and actresses for this one. When is that one? June? What is that? June? I don't know what it is. I gotta find out when that is.
Yeah,
that'd be really good. I'm excited about that. So yeah, Black Mirror and Watchmen are on my I'm gonna need that to start right now.
Yeah, I just need to finish Parenthood, man. God, this is my weekly update on Parenthood. I swear, if Jasmine and Crosby don't get back together, I am gonna fight somebody. That is literally the only reason I'm still invested in this show. All the other drama, I'm like, I don't really care about as much. But just their relationship, I've become fully invested in, because I'm just like, yo, he messed up, he learned, and you could just tell they're still they still love each other and all that. And then especially with Jabbar, in the mix, and him being 5 and still just hey, so when are you moving back, or are you guys still getting married, all this stuff. And I'm just over there
ooh, just move it, bro, just move it. Yeah. If not for Dax, then do it for Jabbar.
Do it for Jabbar. I know. So now it's in this weird place where Jasmine's with this new dude, and she's about to move in with them. Crosby started seeing this other girl, and it's just this.
He got his boat. Does he have his boat? He live on the boat?
Nah, he's I'm in season 3 right now. I'm
oh, okay.
I'm almost at season 4. So he's
what are there, 5, 4 or 5?
I'm not sure.
It's not long. That one's perfect.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. So
that one's perfect. Not all good, not all bad.
Yeah.
I
I need to finish it soon because I've been up till like 2, 3 a.m. and I'm just like, gotta keep. It's gross how invested I've become.
Oh no, that's a big one. Like
solely off Crosby. And
oh
Jasmine's
yeah, no, that's a big investment levels one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one they're well with the cliffhanger of each episode. You're just like,
yeah, you're like, oh, we just keep going, especially like Netflix.
Yeah.
We just keep rolling them.
Yeah,
just keep rolling them.
5 seconds until your next one. Netflix, hold up, let me make.
For real.
Nope, we're jumping right into it. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is my weekly update on Parenthood. We will see next week where we're at. I swear, if they don't get back together,
you're gonna have to tell us next week. You're gonna tell us how many episodes you've watched since this
one?
episode. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm on episode 16 of season 3.
Yeah.
So I will give you an update next week. That was the last thing I had, I think. Yeah. So what else did you got anything?
No, the rest of it was
actually, bro. New York Knicks. Oh my God. You bums. Let me just take a second. Man,
bro.
One of my favorite things today was just watching all the videos of all the people at bars who cheered when the Lakers got the 4th pick. And they were like, yes, we're in this. Lakers got the 4th pick. And then immediately they announced the Knicks, and everybody's life. All New York Knicks fans just died right there in the moment.
Telling you.
And it was beautiful.
I'm telling you. And I'll tell you, Knicks fans could not ask for a better leader who represents them so accurately than Stephen A. Smith.
Oh my God, bro! Immediately as it happened, I was just like, okay, let me.
Somebody said he posted a video from a fax machine. You saw that in the dark,
bro. That video, I was just swiping up Twitter. I was refreshing Twitter every 5 seconds, just reading everything I was hoping. And I was just like, all right, come on. Stephen A., where you at? Where you at? Well, this video is hilarious. First of all, it looks like it got shot on a Nokia flip phone. It's pitch black.
From 15 years ago,
yeah,
bro.
It looks like he's in the back of a car or something. I don't know. And the scream he makes in it is legit. Like he's getting tortured or something. It is hilarious.
So I will say this, because if this happened to me,
funny.
like if this happened to my team, I would be in the exact same position. I would be. They have every right to be upset.
And it's funny because it's not the Knicks' fault. Like it's a lottery. It is a lottery. And it's like not. There's nothing really the Knicks could have done. I guess the way they've changed the format, it was also in a way to really deter teams from tanking. And I mean, that's
they would have waited
till
till next year. They would have had a 25% chance to get the pick. Here, so I keep hearing 25% as opposed to 14.5.
Yeah.
For those who are listening out there, that's a massive difference. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. To me, again, the Warriors are going to be picking in the high 20s, so it doesn't really, really affect me.
Like, the thing is, it's weird because you could have your conspiracy theory. It was like, as soon as the Lakers got in top 4, I was freaking out.
Yeah.
I was freaking out.
Yes.
But everyone, I was like, we can't get this.
There's no way. There's no way.
We
Yeah.
can't get this because
2%. No way.
Not even the percent part. It's just like, this is not healthy for the league if we get this. Because Zion and LeBron, it would have been great in LA and all that, but everyone would have lost their crap. Like, oh, the league's rigged, blah, blah, blah.
The most out of this world thing that I heard, and it was like, and it made me think, okay, who's dictating the narrative at this point? Because we've gotten so obsessed with can we put LeBron in a position to win another championship that people were actually saying things haphazardly, like casually, like if the Lakers get the first pick, that only sweetens the deal for them to be able to like move that pick for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
And in my brain, I'm going,
you get the
why
first
would
pick?
you move the best prospect since LeBron, who would be under a contract for 4 years plus a 5th team option?
you're gonna you get this player for cheap, and you can now bring in another player. Like
you have they still had a max slot and another massive chunk of salary.
Here's the thing. Unless you're getting a clean swap for swap Zion for AD, nah. Like because what you're gonna we want Zion. And then Lonzo,
because they would have asked for Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, they would ask for some stupid ass trade like Magic Johnson was offered to this day. Like, thank you to the Pelicans for being so, because the Pelicans could have had the 4th pick. Now that you think,
yeah.
Well, actually, couldn't have been the 4th pick because Lakers would have probably won more games if they gotten AD and all that. It would probably played out different, but still, like, even then, like you could have potentially gotten. Like, you're not going to get as much of a haul this time around now
right.
as what the Lakers have offered you. And I think also, they were holding out for Boston. But Boston's now like crashing and burning.
Ugh.
80s come out straight and said he doesn't want to play there.
Yep.
And then it's almost certain now that Kyrie's leaving. And that was a big part of you wanted Kyrie to stay there for 80 to come play with him. So you got Kyrie leaving. And what? Hey, come play with us. We got Gordon Hayward, and then who else? Because you're going to have to trade Jason Tatum, and either Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and whatever picks you got to get AD. So it's just like your team's going to be all scrambled up. And so, yeah, to the Pelicans, I mean, the Pelicans are idiots if they don't take the 4th pick from the Lakers and whatever other player they might throw in. Like the Lakers, if I was Lakers, I'll be like, here. We'll give you our 4th our pick this year and next year. That's it.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I could see it if it doesn't happen at the draft before the draft. I could see it going all the way to the trade deadline.
Yeah,
I can see it going. So here's why I think that if you believe that it's rigged, I don't really have an argument for you because. Not only did the top 4 teams, basically, that had the highest chances, I think it was 3, 14.5, it was split. Then it went down to 12.5, and then like 10.5, and then like 9.5, and then it went down. And then down there, you have the Pelicans, and then way down at 2%, you had the Lakers.
Yeah,
I understand people who say, oh, it's rigged. Because there's a bunch of people on Twitter talking about, oh, this is proof that it's not. I'm like, how is it not? You mean the one team whose franchise player said he was going to leave gets the first overall pick? Yeah. Don't come in, and then the team that they were primarily negotiating with during the season got the 4? I'm like, bro. I'm like, if somebody says, "Oh, I think it's rigged," I don't really have that much of an argument. Like, I don't think it's rigged. I don't think it's rigged. But if somebody says that, I'm not arguing with them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not fighting them on it.
Yeah. No, it was one of those like if the Lakers had gotten the first pick, immediately rigged, whatever.
Oh yeah, people.
It was as soon as it came down to those 4, it was like either way it played out. Like there was going to be people talking about it being rigged or not. I solely think like Zion going to the Knicks would have been the best thing possible for the league. So if it was rigged, like you're doing that.
Yeah.
You don't care about the Pelicans that much to like waste talent away. To me, no. And especially with the thought of like KD coming there, no. New York is second biggest market probably behind LA right now. Biggest market, honestly. Those two are 1 and 2.
Yeah.
1A, 1B in your markets. And so you would easily want Zion in New York. But I think it is, in a sense, like, okay, it's still weird, Pelicans get it. And then, there are the Lakers with the 4th pick. But for the Pelicans, I mean, this is your best case scenario. You get top 5 picks. Like, Lakers are going to offer that pick straight up to you. Mm-hmm. And Lakers need to play cool where, like, hey, don't screw this over. But, yeah, give them that 4th round pick and Ingram or, like, it's – I feel like they're going to ask for Kuzma.
What's
I
wild?
Keep, that's the one player I want to keep for sure is Kuzma. And then also, I think it would be good to keep Lonzo, but I could also, there's been talks about Kyrie, like, potentially coming to the Lakers. And if Kyrie's coming, Lonzo's got to go. I'm sorry, ship him
Yeah.
off. Like I love Lonzo, and I think he's eventually gonna grow into a good player, a really good player.
Yeah.
And he just needs to stay healthy. That's been really what's been hurting him a lot. But it's like, I get Kyrie. Yeah, I want that.
Yeah.
Or even a lesser player, not even lesser player, probably just as equal with Kemba Walker. Like, there's so many options out there that like Lakers could play this perfect.
Yeah, and it's crazy because if we had this conversation during his rookie year, I would have said Kuzma's probably the most valuable guy that you got on the team, with Brandon Ingram with a close second. Kuzma, I wouldn't say regressed, but Brandon Ingram is clearly the person who took all the trade storm stuff the best, because he only got better.
He just balled out.
Oh, he was hooping.
Just balled out.
And I think that's the dude that I feel like a lot of Lakers fans are undervaluing. If you're the Lakers, you should hope that the player that the Pelicans want is Kuzma.
Yeah.
Not to say that the Lakers shouldn't want to keep him, because I think Kuzma is that dude. Like, you want that dude coming off the bench. Like, that's the guy. But if you're trying to get AD, you had better hope and pray they don't watch tape and hope that they want Kuzma and not Brandon Ingram. Because if you had, and there was at one point LeBron and Brandon Ingram had 30 apiece. They're just feeding off each other, hooping, going nuts. And I'm like, yo, this is what they could be.
Yeah.
Healthy Lonzo. You don't even have to have a star center. It's like the Warriors. You don't even have to have a star center. Just get a center out there that can block shots and get rebounds, catch lobs and stuff. Y'all be in good shape. But yeah, but could you imagine? And I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, dang, they low key. If he wants to stay, they have a playoff team.
Yeah.
It's New Orleans.
Yeah.
I'm like, Drew, right? Anthony Davis, Zion, Julius Randle.
Here's my thing though. Like,
just nobody wants to play there.
he's not gonna stay. He's not gonna stay because it's one of those things. You're staying, like, basically, you got attention coming now to the Pelicans, but it's not for you. It's for Zion.
Yeah, that's right.
It's for Zion. Like,
You saw the ticket office reactions, right?
Yeah.
They went bananas.
Yeah, they went absurd. That's like straight cash.
Mm-hmm.
And I need Zion to go back to Duke. Bro.
Could you imagine if
Zion.
Oh, my God, dude.
Please. For the love of... be a drama queen. We can't... After this whole shenanigans with this past postseason and all the crap like they did, I forever just want nothing but failure for the Pelicans. And also, like, just don't do that to us. Nobody's excited about watching Pelicans games.
Yeah.
You can't have this one. He can't be a Pelican.
It's not even.
Y'all went from the Hornets
franchise
to a Pelican. I understand you wanted to go something local or whatever, but Pelican, we couldn't have done the New Orleans Mardi Gras. I don't know.
I will say this though. I will say this. Wasn't it a different GM that was doing all the negotiations with them?
Yeah, but he got fired.
Yeah, okay, that's good. It is tough because I don't really want to see New Orleans gain from this all that much.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I like David Griffin.
I do too.
I like David Griffin a lot. But and from what I hear, David Griffin's got a pretty good relationship with LeBron. It was mainly old dude from Cleveland who sent his son. They sent his son to the draft lottery, which is the outside. Talk about revenge.
Bro.
Talk about revenge. Is Cleveland getting 9 or something like that? And then New Orleans, David Griffin basically got forced out of Cleveland.
Nick Griffin, this dude. If you watch that thing, bro, did not. He had no.
That's right, Dan Gilbert's son.
Yeah,
Dan Gilbert's
Nick
son.
Griffin. He's the epitome of just like. I mean, I'm rich and all. It's like I don't care either way. His face just read that the whole time.
I don't really care about basketball.
The whole family
that
was
much.
sitting there. They just looked douchey and matching red bow ties. He had on like these blue Nike off-white sneakers and stuff with his glasses. And he had just the most like punchable face ever. Just like, I mean, I don't even care, dude. Like, I'm just here.
Yeah. R.I.P.
I guess I'm our lucky charm, whatever. And even like when they lost it, he just kind of like rolled his head or whatever. You know, Dad's gonna be mad at me now, but I don't care. Where's the cocaine at?
Right.
Like, just it was.
I don't even really care about basketball that much.
That was great. I think that was we cheer like me. I was watching with this other dude, and we both cheered when they announced Cleveland because we're like, thank God, we don't need Zion going there.
We don't need any more top 2, top 3 picks.
We don't need Zion going there. And then they announced Lakers and the Knicks, and we're like, God.
I know.
All right.
So who's going? So who's going to Memphis?
Ja.
Oh, God, dude, don't say that.
It's Ja.
Don't say that.
No. Best case scenario.
I feel bad for RJ.
Best case scenario is it's RJ. Best case scenario is it's RJ.
For a lot of people. Because I feel like Phoenix already has Jackson, and they've got a bunch of small forwards. I feel like they got a ton of small forwards out there. If Ja goes to Phoenix, it'd be lit.
Dream, but if Ja drops to the Lakers.
At 4?
Oh, my God.
No. Well, because think about it. Well, actually, that is true. God. Because then you go, okay, Lonzo's a little bit more...
Yeah.
Expendable.
Yeah.
Or even New Orleans. Like, even if you're New Orleans, you go, okay, maybe if they want to keep Lonzo.
Or not even
we
that.
need a replacement for Drew anyway.
It won't happen, but say Ja drops to 4, you're going to get teams blowing up your phone. Blowing up your phone.
Bruh.
Not even that.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, if I'm the Pelicans, I'm like, so we could get Zion and Ja. What you want? It's not gonna happen, but that would be wild. Either way, I think
I would. Matter of fact, I'd ask for the top. I'd be like, give me. I'd be like, just because I'm getting Zion anyway at 1.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, give me the 4, and give me Brandon Ingram.
Yep.
And I'll just be like, and maybe like a future first.
Yeah.
Or ask for something ridiculous. That's what the thing was. That's what was so annoying about last year. The negotiation tactic at first was smart because you always ask high.
Yeah.
It was the repeated going back and forth and going, hey, we want this. All right, here you go. Yeah, no, we're not going to do that.
That's where, like, they just became clowns of a franchise, and it was just like, okay, you asked high, and they actually met that. And you weren't expecting that at first, and then from there you're like,
if you can,
just basically like, I don't know. It's like being in a relationship and like, so do you want to make this official? I don't know.
If you can walk away, if you can walk away with Zion and Ja Morant and a first round pick in next year's draft, you won.
Yeah.
I think Ja, from a not knowing what the Lakers are probably going to do with that pick standpoint, how dope would it be to see Ja Morant in a Lakers jersey?
Oh, dude,
holy crap,
sick.
Dude.
Holy
mess.
It would be so sick. I would be so hyped.
Yeah, that'd be kind of dope. I would have no interest watching those guys, and again, I have no idea how the LeBron thing's going to shape up. I'd be more afraid of that young core growing old, and it wouldn't even be like a passing of the torch. They would snatch dominance away from the Warriors eventually. Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun team to watch. I would watch that. If Ja drops to 4, which I don't think it happens.
It's not. But,
because you look, my thing is this, very simple. If he does drop to 3, Phoenix's decision is easy because they want to get the ball out of Booker's hands, have Booker playing off ball.
Oh, yeah.
That would be ill. Ayton, Booker, Ja, you got your core forever. Now just find out who your freaking GM is going to be.
What pick do the Suns have? They are... No. That's Knicks, remember?
Oh, God. Who the Suns have? Huh? Forget the Suns then. Then Ja's gonna be in New York.
Yeah.
If assuming Barrett goes.
Yeah.
Prayers going up for RJ Barrett. Memphis, bro. No, there's nothing there.
I mean, and that's the thing with Memphis is like they have Conley. That's their point guard, right?
Yeah, they'll want to get an heir apparent to Conley, and they're gonna pick Ja. And
and it's one of those. It's like there's no way you just pass up on that, especially with all the hype. Yeah. But it is the most depressing thing. Where like
he's just not their type of player, though.
No,
I feel like RJ's more their type of player.
Yeah,
but. Yeah, that's the thing, and you saw me on Twitter. I was like, the saddest thing about this whole thing got to be Ja going to Memphis.
Yeah.
To do what?
Yeah.
Like that.
It's just gonna be a waste.
That market, that organization, like,
it's just
it's ridiculous. So.
It's gonna be
But
no, now I'm just like, bro, give the Warriors the championship. Let's.
That's right.
And I think they moved it up to. I saw somewhere where like it was June 30th at like 6 p.m.
Did they move it closer?
Teams could now start talking. They could now start talking.
Thank God.
So no more of the tampering crap. Where it's like,
Yeah, because free agency wasn't until July 4th, 5th.
July, it was like July midnight. That's when you could make deals. Official, right. Pushed it back to June 30th at like 6 p.m. Which because it was dumb. It was like you basically like June 30, June 31st.
You got teams complaining.
You're like, all right, we know who's going there, whatever. But it is always like, man, the past couple of years, that fucking July 1st has been amazing.
Wild. Oh my gosh. It's been the past few years has been fantastic.
Bam. Yeah. It's and this year it's gonna be the best.
This is gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be so good. And then on top of that, the draft even is gonna be really good because the draft's gonna be wild. The draft will be wild.
I saw a mock, and obviously we have no idea what's gonna. Especially, I feel like the NBA draft is just as unpredictable sometimes as the NFL draft. You'll talk about the NFL being the NBA draft. You were like. And for me, I think it's more unpredictable when guys going high than guys falling.
And it's all
somebody always gets picked at 5, where you're like,
no. What always happens is you get one European player that you've never heard of, and that throws off everything else. It's just like Knicks taking Kristaps Porzingis.
You're like, huh?
And then from there, just everything gets reshuffled.
So I saw a mock, and this is as a Carolina fan, where I saw one thing that made sense, and I saw two things that I was like, if he's in the mid-20s. If I'm the Warriors, I go like you do what you can to go up 4 or 5 picks. So I saw Kobe White to 7, which made all the sense in the world to me because if you watched him play in the back end, really all year, but the back half of the year, you go, if you need a point guard, like a combo guard, that's your guy. And he doesn't have a lot of heat on him. The joints I thought was crazy is like Cam Reddish at 17, where I'm like, he was an average college player. I think he's going to be not a great, Cam Reddish really good.
Be a steal.
Yeah.
He's gonna be, because people don't realize it's like, bro, Duke lost the last game. Did he play in that last game? I can't remember if he did. But it was basically like he was dealing with injury either way if he did play. Because he had missed the game prior. I remember he missed the game prior. And it was just also playing, on a team so stacked like that.
Yeah.
Like, he probably didn't get that many touches. And you got RJ jacking up shots all the time and all.
Yep.
But I think Cam Reddish, just the way he's built, and he can shoot decently. Yeah. But let him work on that. Yep. Like, he's going to be really good.
So I saw him in the upper teens. I was like, oh boy. They had Nazir Little at 25, which is another guy who kind of like an college career. But put him in the pro.
Little, my God, dude came in top rated and everything, and then not even him. I'm thinking more of Seventh Woods. Seventh Woods. Career. He ain't getting done.
I actually believe he fought for transfer because he knew, especially after the dude that Roy just recruited. Yeah, he's got like the number 3 overall player, number 1 overall point guard. 7th was like, I ain't getting no burn. It's over. Yeah. Nazir Little at 25, which with Iguodala getting at the age that he is and Pat McCall not working, I was like, if you have the 29th or 30th pick and Nazir Little is still there, like the clock's ticking. You've got Western Conference teams at 23 and 24. Yeah. I asked Philly, I'm going, hey, Philly, what you want for that pick, bro?
Name your price.
what you want for that pick?
Name your
price. And then Cam Johnson at 28. And I was like, don't let either of those dudes get anywhere near the Warriors.
Yeah.
Don't let them cats get anywhere near the Warriors. Y'all going to have a problem for years, especially Nazir Little. Nazir Little is a bucket getter. He's big. He's strong. He played defense. Was playing defense on Zion there for a little bit. But, yeah, NBA wild. I'm looking forward to – gosh, I think I might be looking forward to the draft and free agency more than I am the end of this season.
Yeah.
I'm praying for – Warriors just got to make it through Portland. Portland, no disrespect to Dame because that was an incredible shot against OKC – and a solid series against the Nuggets.
I can't stand Portland either.
I'll tell you right now, Portland is, and this is just from watching. There's some times when the Warriors will blow somebody out.
Oh, bro. If they keep playing the way they're going to play, they're going to get swept.
It's over.
They're going to get swept.
What's worse is that they
might
get...
Y'all just going to let them go like Curry
single
off the
coverage?
Pick roll like that? Dog, like, you praying for like him not to hit, but I mean... Dog, those are wide open shots.
Let me put this in perspective for basketball fans, hoping that somebody dethrones the Warriors. It's not going to happen in this series. I'm going to tell you why. Number one, you have 2 options with Steph. You do what Houston does, you double them. They kill you with pick and roll with Draymond. Or you can do what Portland did, and you can only you don't bring any help off the pick.
You fight, yeah. Try to fight it, and
because let's be real. The dude could have had 45.
Yeah.
Portland's in trouble, and to put this in perspective for basketball fans, they beat Portland by 16. They could sweep, and KD might not play a minute in this series.
If they win tomorrow, is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
If they win tomorrow, which I'm like, I have a good feeling they will. Like, KD probably won't come back till game 4.
Yeah, every game. And I had said this before the series started. I said every game they win pushes back his return.
Yeah.
They go up,
like you don't got to rush him.
even if they go up 2-1, or even if Portland wins, like say Warriors win tomorrow, go up 2-0. Portland wins at home 2-1.
Yeah.
They might let it get to 2-2. Like they might even wait till game 5 to bring KD in. And they're saying Boogie could be healthy enough to play in this series, and I'm like,
oh, that's over.
That's the thing.
Like,
every game the Warriors
going against Enos, he's going to eat that dude up. And Enos right now, I mean,
somebody feed him.
Somebody.
I know what
healthy.
it's for. I know what it's for. I get it.
Healthy.
I get it.
But can he eat at all?
So I don't know.
Is it like the one where after sundown you could? I mix it up. After sundown,
so it was like he couldn't even like drink water until like halfway through the fourth quarter, some crazy stuff like that. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. I don't know the details. I'm not gonna pretend I know the details.
Yeah, that's.
But
just,
and shouts out to him, but at the same time, like he's a key part of their team, and my man wasn't even trying to contest Clay threes, bro.
Yeah,
wasn't even trying to get into the pick
Plus
and roll.
He's dealing with a shoulder injury.
That's right.
That's just that's a bad combo.
Yeah,
and I mean
there'll be something else when Nurkic comes back and then Cantor's good and they get somebody who not named Evan Turner as their wing guy.
Yeah,
but what I'm just hoping for right now, I'm just ready for KD versus Kawhi or KD versus Giannis. That's all.
I just hate Zach Collins on that team. Zach Collins,
bruh. So him and Jordan Bell started getting into it, and my favorite thing about Jordan Bell
is
you think
he's a prep school baller.
Do you think he got a tiki torch in his closet?
Oh. He was in Charlottesville.
Bro, okay, hey, Zach.
He was in Charlottesville.
Zach, listen,
Zach,
Zach, I'm not gonna joke about that, bro.
No,
but he got the look. He got a little look. So him and Jordan Bell
rolled with them.
Him and Jordan Bell got into it during the game.
Yeah,
and the whole time thinking, oh, trash talk there would be hilarious. Because all I would say is, bro, I haven't played since January, fam. You can't be letting me lock you up like this. I haven't played since January.
It's wild.
Well, ever since he started cussing to the back of Klay Thompson's head, he was done.
Yeah.
He was done. You remember that? Yo, you remember that.
And, like, even Klay was just laughing. When you got Klay, first of all, Klay is
it's my dude.
A gem.
That's
Klay is a gem.
Protect him and Stephen A at all costs.
Klay is such a gem.
That's my guy.
He's just such a chill dude. I saw an interview he did with
was it SVP?
SVP.
Was it after the game?
Yeah,
it was the one after the game.
Talking about him dunking and stuff. It's just like, man, he was like, you get super hyped. He was like, dude, I just like, I don't get to dunk.
Yeah, it's like,
so when I do get to dunk, happy. Man, I just get super happy. And so, it's just like he's an NBA player, like 6'6", 6'7", like dunking shouldn't be that hard for him. But it's cool that someone like him still gets excited when he gets a dunk, and because that's stuff like that any athlete could take for granted. Like, I can't dunk. I could barely get up to the rim and stuff. I'd love to be able to dunk and all that. And so just seeing him, 6'7", one of the best shooters in the world, one of the best players in the world, and it's just like
still excited about the little things.
Yeah, the little things like that. It just makes you appreciative. It's dope. His interviews are always funny because you can just it's not like it's a front. It's like that's how he genuinely is. It's just a chill dude. Like, and that's one of those things. Once you get him going, it's a wrap. Like, because you see him get fired up, and you're just like, he's in the zone. And it's cool. It's cool when you can see like a player turns it on. And it's just like, okay, I'm gonna stop playing with you guys and like just murder y'all. That's
the thing about like you watch Steph and you're like, oh shoot, my man had like an 18-point quarter.
Yeah.
And you watch KD and you're like, that's the most unstoppable, like that mid-range shot. It's the most unstoppable thing ever. I have never seen somebody score as many points in as short time as Klay Thompson.
No, Klay's stupid. Klay
like
is
it doesn't make sense.
Klay, you'll watch 2 quarters and then it's like Klay's got 26. Where'd those 26 come from?
The first half in Game 6, where he has 21 or 24, and you're like,
yeah. Where'd those buckets come from? Yeah, when did you score all those?
And that's what makes it so devastating because he quiets down. You've all of a sudden got to overplay him as he's running around the court, and then Steph drops 33.
Yeah.
So, Portland, I'm sorry. I personally hope y'all still win at home.
Yeah.
For KD's sake.
We just going fast forward. I'm going back to Vegas May 29th through like June 4th. It's not healthy, but it's gonna be so much fun because Chris is gonna be there around the same time.
That's right. Because is he coming from California?
He's coming there.
Right.
30th or 31st.
Okay.
So we're linking up there with Trevor. It's gonna be fun. But I'm hoping. I don't think it'll line up, but I was like hoping it would end in the series. Like basically it'd be done, and then those dudes usually come and party in Vegas, and I was really like, look, I'm going up and down the strip. Where y'all at? Oh, that looked like
where the Hoopers at,
like a Caesar's Palace. Bro,
where the Hoopers at, bro?
Yeah.
Where the Hoopers at?
That would have been funny, but yeah, no, it should be like the Western Conference. I don't think will be that dramatic, but I mean the Eastern Conference, that one's.
It'll be the first Eastern Conference series I watch.
Yeah,
dead serious.
Yeah, I've yet to watch one. So it's got a lot of good basketball coming up, finishing up this, which has been a phenomenal season so far, and excited for off season. I mean, NBA just continues to win with just. Like, it become a year-round sport, which is dope.
All y'all cats talking about y'all weren't going to be watching.
Yeah.
Y'all watched.
Y'all invested.
Stop playing.
Mm-hmm. You tuned in to watch a draft lottery.
And the Warriors will be done in the next couple of years. Y'all can have your time, but let's be real. Y'all watched the whole time.
Whole thing. And, yeah, so it's going to be fun. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. But once again, Culture Discourse Podcast. You can follow us at C Discourse Pod on Twitter. Tweet us, messages, whatever, topics, whatever you're trying to get on here, whatever. Yep. Follow me at Thundercat Felix. Why Thundercat? Don't worry about it.
And you can follow me at Chase Actually on Twitter. We hope to see you guys out there. And thanks for joining us for another episode of the Culture Discourse Podcast. Bro, we are out.